Tonight, a registered sex offender in San Antonio is facing more charges after the investigation to his online activities continues.
Hays County deputies say Diego Alejandro Cortez convinced a 10-year-old girl to run away from her home in Kyle and come to San Antonio. Police say he then sexually assaulted her. We've learned tonight a second victim from Cibolo has also come forward. Investigators say he used Snapchats to lure both victims.
KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna is following this case for us. And Megan, investigators believe there are more victims in our area.
Yes, since the start of this investigation back on July 2nd, Hays County investigators were able to obtain a search warrant for Diego Cortez's phone, which then led them to discover photos and videos that they say appears to be child pornography. Now they do think there are more victims out there, and tonight both those investigators and child advocates are urging those victims to come forward.
We want to get you justice. What Mr. Cortez is doing is sick, it's evil, and he needs to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Investigators say this San Antonio man, Diego Cortez, admitted to sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl from Kyle and a 13-year-old girl from Cibolo. They say he was pretending to be a teenager on Snapchat.
So he would essentially start grooming them at that time, develop a relationship, have back and forth, text or private messages until he was able to earn their trust.
Angie White, the CEO of Casa San Antonio, says this type of grooming online is alarmingly common.
I mean, parents can't track it. You know, even if you took your child's phone, the Snapchat's already gone.
She urges parents to have conversations with your children, especially if they have a cell phone.
It's a hard conversation, right? We don't want to take away the innocence of our children, but we have to educate them, because if we don't, that's an opening for these perpetrators to do this kind of thing to our children.
White is thankful in this case Hays County investigators are vigilant in finding all of Cortez's victims.
We've got to make it so the threat of the prosecution and what might happen afterwards actually starts to stop this issue, because it's not going away and it's growing.
Now, we learned tonight back in 2021, Cortez was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a 15-year-old. And we also know that he registered as a sex offender here in Bexar County just back in May. As of tonight, he's in the Hays County Jail with a $400,000 bond. Reporting live on the northwest side, Megan Reyna, KENS 5.
Thank you, Megan.